Welcome to the Learning Outsource Group's Professional Selling Skills Strategy Vault. Today's topic, how to create more win-win situations. Hang on, here we go. There's been much discussion over the years about how to create a win-win situation between the buyer and seller and what that phrase actually means. Most frequent explanations of a win-win are either both parties get and give, or even put more simply, both parties get what they want. I would suggest that when sellers contemplate how to create more win-win situations, satisfy more customers, and sell more business, that they have already taken one of the early steps toward true customer-centric selling. This is because they're considering what is best for their customer and not just what's best for themselves. A true win-win situation is best explained this way. For the customer to consider their purchase to be a win, they must believe that all of their quantifiable and provable decision criteria have been identified and will be fulfilled in what they believe is a reasonable time frame. If the customer is not comfortable with their decision criteria, if they don't believe that their criteria will lead to their complete satisfaction, or if they don't receive what they believe they were promised in what they think is an appropriate and reasonable time frame, then they probably won't be satisfied regardless of the price they paid. On the other hand, for the seller to believe that they've achieved a win, they must acquire the sale, maintain what their company believes is a reasonable profit, and achieve closure on any promises made by the customer. Think about it. If the seller sells but doesn't maintain an appropriate profit margin, or if the new customer doesn't fulfill all of their promises to the seller and the providing company, then it really wasn't a winning sale for the seller either. Far too many situations occur where sales are completed, but either the seller or the buyer were not satisfied with the outcome because these win-win expectations were not fulfilled. The best practice strategy that should be considered and followed to create the greatest number of win-win situations is sell with the end in mind. This means that sellers should begin with and keep in mind the win-win condition they want to create. The best way to do this is, number one, ask questions to identify all the customer's tangible decision criteria. Number two, ask questions to identify opportunities for adding differentiating criteria to the customer's list that will improve their perception of value. Number three, make product and service recommendations based on what is best for the client. And number four, remember that partnering with and guiding the customer through their decision process to produce their best possible decision creates long-term loyal customers and is also the most profitable way to sell. Give selling with the end in mind a try. After you do, share it with a friend and give me some feedback. Until next time, great selling.